And what's good, everybody? Welcome back to, you already know, the Grown Up Podcast, where we talk about that grown up shit and I introduce some new perspectives for you guys. I talk about different things from my perspective and we all just have a good ass time. I'll throw in some independent music at the end, and that's how the show goes. So if you're tuning in, if you're a new listener, if you're coming back and tuning in, you already know what I'm about to do. I am about to thank you and appreciate you for sticking around with me throughout my in and outs, my ups and downs, and still supporting and still coming back and tuning in. It's much appreciated. I'm so grateful that you guys continue to listen to the podcast and support me and follow me and share things that I have that I post. And it's honestly, it's really a truly humbling experience to be an independent podcaster, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So thank you guys so much. I mean, all around the world, you guys tune in to the podcast and it's truly a blessing. So I just wanted to give you guys a shout out and shout out all around the world. I'm looking at the places that we're tuning into right now, from Canada, the UK, Dominican Republic, India. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I mean, honestly, of course I couldn't go on if you guys weren't tuning in. So I appreciate you guys for just supporting me and understanding that this isn't easy, but I'm still going. So thank you so much. Now let's get into the episode. I know it's been a minute meaning maybe like a couple weeks, maybe two. I decided to obviously update you guys. I'm feeling a lot better. I just had surgery last week, so of course I'm gonna get into that update and all of that. So but I'm excited to be back. If you're a new listener, please subscribe. Ooh, look at me smacking and stuff. If you're a new listener, please subscribe to the podcast. I would much appreciate it. If you're already subscribed, thank you. Keep those notifications turned on. And as you guys can tell, my voice is changing. I guess I'll hop right into my update. I'm officially 4 months on T shots, testosterone shots. And if you are just tuning in to just this episode, or you have gone back, I strongly suggest that you do start from the very beginning, because my journey has been insane from the moment I started to now. So I suggest that you go back and understand that my voice is changing. I am in my transition. I started my transition last year, the beginning of last year. I started the talks of it around probably I'd say maybe April or May. Had some back and forths, had some doctor's appointments, and then finally, after they gave the go-ahead, I finally got the go-ahead to start taking T shots. So I started that in September, and ever since then, it's been going well. I'm taking my T shots every week, and I'm starting to see the changes. I got some facial hair coming in, so excited about that. My voice, as you can tell, is changing now, so I'm super excited about that as well. And I feel like stronger, a little taller, just slight and subtle things, a little more hairier. And just small subtle things that are now starting to become a bit bigger, and I'm definitely excited for them. I can't express the joy and happiness from knowing who you want to be and going after that and it becoming a reality. If you've listened to my journey episode where I essentially kind of came out about this, that was a really tough thing for me to do, because for 25 years, I was essentially scared shitless to live my truth and be who I truly wanted to be, because of my environment and my surroundings. And I was afraid to get out of that, because it's obviously it's comforting, and also of course it's something that it's scary to step out of your comfort zone and step out of things that you know or have seen to be something that can come through for you when you need it. But for me, I feel like that's not enough. I feel like it's not enough that, oh yeah, I'll come through for you when you need it. I feel like I'm the type of person that'll come through for you all the time. And if you can't come through for me all the time like I can do for you, then maybe that's not so healthy for me, because that's the type of environment and person that, I want to be around. But, I don't know. Maybe it's a little harsh, but I feel as though if you want to be able to live your truth, then you have to surround yourself by your truth as well. So, it's just been a lot of changes for the past year, obviously, since then. And of course, my T-shots are one of them. So I'm really excited for all the changes that I'm starting to see now and hear now with my voice. Now, fast forward to now, I'm officially 4 months on T. I take my T-shot every Friday. It's routine. And it's really dope. I have been recording some of my, T-shots, definitely from the beginning, and a couple now, throughout this coming up to my 4-month mark. And I'm hoping to maybe put something together for you guys, just a little snippet of something, and post on my social media when I'm finally comfortable and kind of ready to just fully show that transition, because honestly, it's a lot, of course. Me having surgery last week, and that's the big thing that's I'm holding back. Not really holding back. I told you guys before I went in surgery, but meaning right now. So so 4 months on T, and then last week I had the big chop. I had top surgery, and if none of you know what top surgery is, I'll give a brief explanation. So top surgery is basically removal of your breast for a female, and I got a double mastectomy, so I no longer have breast either side. Super excited. I can't wipe the smile off my face. I can't, not look at my chest now, or not look in the mirror now, which is something that is incredible change for me. And it's emotional as well, because as I've told you guys for a long time, I wasn't too thrilled about looking in the mirror, when I'm getting out the shower. It's like a quick, pat down, or I'm hurrying up to get out of the bathroom so I can dry off and stuff. So, now that I've gotten my top surgery, I almost feel complete, of course, bottom surgery is the final, not so much, maybe the final, for many trans men, but, for me, I would just express, I feel as though that might be my final, but I do feel so much more relief and so much more like what I want to feel like as a man. I won't say manlier because I don't think chest or breasts, for society that does, define whether you're a female or male, but me, it is what it is. But so now I feel as though how I want to feel, and this whole week has been insane, full of pain, full of determination and perseverance. This first week I pretty much have just been laid up in the bed, really sleeping, taking my medication, trying not to get an infection, and I think I succeeded. So post-op appointment was last week. Everything seems like it's going well. Wearing my bind just to make sure everything comes together like it should be. But for the most part, I am very happy with my top surgery results, and I can't wait to, go blah 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 blah. Look, I'm so like blah. I want to do everything. Take my shirt off. No, but I'm so excited to start going to the gym and really getting the body that I want to and really feeling the way I want to. And this whole experience has just been freeing, and I don't know how the hell I'm really pushing through this, but I definitely know that somebody or something is on my side and keeping the light shining and letting me know that everything's okay and that I am able to be who I want to be. And so I don't even know what to say about it. My journey has been incredible, and the support that I've received, the outpour, has been insane. And I created this podcast because I wanted to reach out to people and let people know that there's other people out here that are going through the same things that you can relate to, and so with me sharing my experience and things like that, putting that out there, and the support and people telling me like, yeah, I'm proud of you and things like that, it makes it all come together full circle. So that's pretty much what I've been doing for the past week and a half, 2 weeks. I've been laid up, sleeping, recovering, just tending to my wounds. Finally was able to take a shower last week, and that felt amazing. And yeah, just this whole journey, this whole experience has just been, like I said, the best way I can describe it is freeing. And a lot of people, or some people in my life, may not understand that, and they may have fell off already, and it's totally understandable. People have their perceived perspectives and have their things in their minds that you just cannot change, and that's okay. And we have to just understand and move on, and that's what I'm doing. I'm understanding people's lives and people's positions, and if it's not something that they want to continue to be my life with for, that's love them still, and more power to them. So I'm continuing with my journey and my life, and I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. So so that's my little update for myself. I'm finally up and moving around, finally cooking for myself, and I'm gonna attempt to take a shower by myself. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's probably my final by myself thing. And then after that, just moving outside the house, trying to go to the gym. But that's a little bit more out. I'm still just doing small things around the house, being able to get up and lay down by myself and not really needing too much care. So right now I'm just out for the next month, just kind of making sure that everything recovers the way that it should be. And so I figured, since I'm up and just doing shit around the house, one of the things that I be doing around the house is podcasting. So boom, here I am, giving you guys a little update episode, and I have a small topic that I want to talk to you guys about and kind of put on your brain. So this happened a day ago, maybe 2 days ago. I had a very healthy debate with another strong-minded Sagittarius, and it was really, really, really dope. And I love debates, and I love conversations that get me thinking, and I can pick other people's brains and perspectives, because I really pride myself on just kind of sitting back and really watching the world. I know that sounds weird, and that sounds like I feel like I know everything, because I don't. And that's exactly why I started this podcast, because I don't know shit. But I do pride myself on, coming to the conclusions that I do come to. And of course, I'm up for criticism. And if someone feels as though there's a flaw or whatever, I'm definitely down to hear that, because I am always constantly thinking of how the world works, how we can try and make it better, how this works, how that, I'm always constantly thinking about things like that. So this debate was really good and really dope because debates always start out kind of with one thing and end a little on the other, but it all kind of came together in one scoop. But shout out to you, you know who you are. She may be on the podcast soon, I don't know. It was a good conversation, but shout out to you, you know who you are. That debate was healthy, and I'm gonna give a little snippet about it right now. So so we had this little debate, and it was about the COVID vaccine, and why people are choosing to or choosing not to take it, and how people feel about the government imposing this on people. And to me, this debate is very interesting and a very open and closed book, because the thing about it for me is that I feel as though we all just kind of maybe look too deep into situations that occur in the world, and of course it clouds us of what we believe to be good for just ourselves, and the whole idea I think of us living on this planet is to live and think not just for ourselves, but to live and think for everybody, because we're all living here on this earth, and we all have to deal with everything that happens, whether it's Mother Nature, whether it's a pandemic, whether it's this or that, it doesn't matter. We're all living with these things in different forms. And so it was a healthy debate, and basically it kind of ended with the government being able to essentially kind of, they have a bigger force to make these changes or to voice their opinions, and which is very much true, incredibly true for our American system, that the final say of if we think something, a big change or anything that's huge that's going to happen, essentially comes from the government. But the thing that I was arguing was that the government isn't the only entity or the only people or individuals that needs to do something in order for a change to happen. It has to be everybody, all of us, we the people, because the system essentially is, if we are actually understanding and paying attention to it, it is us. It is us, we the people, and sorry if I'm not really relating to other countries. I'm talking specifically for America, but this can kind of, if we twist it a little more and expand it, it could possibly expand to other places. But the way America works is, they say the power's in the people's hands, with the voting and all of that. And essentially, yes, it is. However, the thing is, we don't really go for people that we actually believe in. We only go for people that we think will win. And then we think that because they won, and because they talked all that good shit during those political debates and all that shit, that they're going to make the change. But wrong, if we actually all came together and decided on one idea, one agenda, or several agendas that we actually agreed on, and we were able to push those ideas with people we actually believed in, we actually knew could go into the government and make those changes, then that could be the actual way that everyone comes together on one accord in order to make any type of huge changes. Now, I would love for you guys to try to debate about this in your homes and make this a topic of discussion, because I thought it was a very interesting one. Because if you feel as though mine has a flaw, which of course everything has a flaw, but if you really think about it, I really think that the way that I'm thinking makes sense. So I would like you guys to have that healthy debate. Why? Here's why. Here's my reasons why. First reason why debates are healthy is because we crave that human contact, right? And what better way to have that human contact but to have a healthy debate, idea exchange with different perspective, of course, nothing that gets too heated, hopefully, but that human contact that we crave, it's so enticing. It's so free. It expands our brains, expands our minds. It, unlocks boxes in our heads that's like, oh, that was something I never really thought about before. And then it unlocks a new genius, or a new person that can make change, or a new person that knows that's like, okay, that makes sense. Now I know how to do that. I know how to get this way. I know. And then, we start to make change. The next thing is the opportunity to understand one another instead of beat each other down for what we were taught or what we perceive as a result of us living. The combination of how we feel about our opinions is us growing up and the things that we see from growing up, and then the things that we experience in adulthood. And if we don't have those healthy debates and those healthy exchanges of ideas and perspectives, then there's no way that another person is going to be able to see or understand another person's struggle, or another person's life, or whatever it is that they do. They'll never understand that because we're not having these discussions. And I really feel like it's a much better pastime than social media. Social media, we're just on our phones, we're scrolling. I'm not trying to be like parent of society, but I'm bringing to our attention that, we have to get back in tune with each other. It's not saying that social media is all bad and it's the worst thing of the world. It's a great pastime for me as well. I still indulge, very minimally, but I still indulge. But I do believe that human contact, that talking to people, getting to know people, getting into these healthy debates, being friendly and trying to understand someone else, I really believe with these small steps that we take, we could turn into a much better society, because like I said, we'll really be able to start to understand each other a whole lot better. And so I really love the debate, and I hope that you guys have a healthy debate with this topic, and maybe even spark some more healthy debate topics for you guys to talk about in your homes. And like I said, I truly appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening to my perspective and my views. And in no way I am speaking on behalf of an entire people. I'm only speaking on behalf of one, and that's me. But in order to get the conversation started and get those ideas out into the world of like, hey, this is something that we should think about, this is something that we should communicate about, it might just spark someone who is also thinking about the same thing and sees the same thing and maybe has already made a plan, but has just been afraid because they're not sure if someone else in the world feels that exact same way. And I'm here to let you know I do if you do too. So that's it, you guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Y'all know I'm so appreciative. I say it so many times throughout the episode. I might have to find a new adjective to describe how I feel about you guys. But you've been so great to me, so supportive, and I couldn't ask for any better grown-up fans. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the episode today. Next month, I will be starting the Naturally on a Wave highlight artists per month. So as I described, my words be getting mixed up, y'all. I'll be thinking faster than I'll be talking. I'm gonna describe what the Naturally on a Wave artist per month is. So basically, I'm working double time with getting artists in, and so trying to drop music every week is It's not like it's becoming extremely hard, but it can help me with some stress on my end. So I figured out a way to kind of make it maybe be able to expand this segment for a longer period, and also give more of a spotlight shine for those artists, for those independent artists, because like I said, I really do love to support independent music of all things, because I love music, but of course I also support all kinds of independent ventures, because I feel like that's what we need to do in order to, you know, be a better society and be better to each other. So anyways, basically what I'm going to be doing is when the artists send in their music, hopefully they send in about 2 or 3 tracks, and then I'm going to spread out those tracks throughout that month. And then if we happen to schedule an interview, I'll drop that interview as well. If not, I'll just be promoting their music, putting their links in the description, of course, and, you know, of course, shouting them out every episode that I do that month, and letting you guys know to check out that artist, that they are the highlight, and yeah, shine the spotlight on them. And so I'll be starting that. Whew, that was a lot. I'll be starting that next month. So I was trying to get this episode pushed out before then, so I can kind of let you guys know what's going on with that. I am already creating the Now Grown Up Podcast independent music mashup playlist on Spotify. It's a work in progress, but hopefully I hope to plan to have it done probably the middle of next month, so you guys can go and check that out as well. That'll mostly be artists from last year, and I'll try my best to put some from, maybe I'll do one artist at a time, to kind of update the playlist for you guys. But yeah, they had the artists from last year, they got plenty of music, and they got plenty of new music on the way as well. So, you know, these playlists that I'm gonna be creating are gonna be banging for you guys, and hopefully a good road trip playlist, or I don't know, I'm gonna do my best for you guys. So yeah, the playlist will consist of some podcast episodes, some interviews all the Natural N.O.W interviews that I do, as well as the independent music from the independent artists. So look out for that, you guys. Look out for the Naturally on a Wave Spotlight monthly highlight, and of course follow me on my social medias. You already know, on Instagram at famousd_95 is my personal page. The podcast page is at the Grown Up Podcast, all lowercase. You can still follow me on Twitter at famousd_95, and whoo, it's a mouthful, y'all. And you can please like my Facebook page. If any of y'all are still out there on Facebook, you can like my Facebook page at Grown Up Podcast. And you know, I appreciate you guys. If you have any suggestions, if you have any comments that you want for the show or anything, you can also email me at grownuppodcast95@gmail.com. You can DM me on any of the social medias that I just stated before. And you know, I appreciate you guys. I hope to have some merch coming soon. I hope that I have big plans for the Grown Up Podcast, but I'm healing up, and I still got a month, but I'm still trying. I'm still working behind the scenes, still getting things together. So like I said, you guys are amazing, and I couldn't do this without you guys. So with that being said, follow me so that you guys can stay up to date on the post and on the artist and all of that good shit. And I got guests coming. I'm trying to get it all out, you guys. I know there's no time limit on this, but I am wrapping this up, so, and I'm losing my breath, so I got all kinds of things in store for you guys. So like I said, stick around. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button for me. If you haven't rated me on Apple Podcasts and you're tuning in to me from Apple Podcasts, I would please much appreciate you rate my podcast, so that people can, the podcast can get a little more exposure on the rankings, and more people can start tuning in. So yeah, with that being said, you guys already know I love y'all. Stay safe, be kind, and we out.